Hi, I'm Jackson Voigt, and I'm part of Group 45 slash Dasher Cash, and we made Dominion. Dominion is a card game, also known as a deck builder. Basically, the way the game works is everyone starts out with a starting deck of cards, and then they draw cards and play cards so that they can buy more cards that are added into their deck. And usually, the game ends, um, or when the game ends, a certain player will win based on how many cards of a certain type that person has. So let's get into it. When you first open our app, you'll be on this login screen, and from here you'll be able to sign up for a new account or just log in with an account you already have. I obviously already have an account, so we'll just log in. So we'll tap into the username, and then I'll type my name, my username, and my password, and then we'll log in. So from here, we have several different things that you're able to do in the game. So first off, you're able to play a single player game, play a multiplayer game, change your settings, look at your own user info, and look at your friends. First, we'll start by showing you user info. So if we click on the user info button, your user info will show up. So this gives you username, the games you've played, the games you've won, and your win-loss ratio. Also, each player has an avatar, and you're able to change your avatar by clicking the Change Avatar button. From here, you have several different choices that we've programmed in. And then you can just tap on it and choose it, and it will switch. Next, we'll show friends list. So here is where you'll have a list of friends and friend requests. So right now, I sent Logan a friend request. So when I click on his name, it says that a friend request is pending, and I can't really do anything about it. I just am waiting for him to accept my friend request. 7CJK, who's CJ, another person in our group, me and him are already friends. So when I click on his name, I can see his user info, his name, his games won, all of that stuff, and I can remove him as a friend. So I'll do that right now. We'll click remove. Oops, there we go. So now he's removed from my friends list. Well, I didn't really want that, so we can search him up. So I'll click search, and then we found his profile again, and I can just click add friend, and then it tells me that a friend request is pending, and he's in the same state that Logan was just in. And then finally, you can accept friend requests. So this is a friend request I got from Alex. So when I click on his name, it says that I have a friend request pending from him, and I get rid of that, and then I can see his user info and his avatar, and then I can accept or reject. So I'll accept him, and then now we're friends, and I'm able to remove him as a friend just like I was with CJ earlier. And so that's basically all there is to it in a friends list. So we'll move on. Um, come on. So now we're going to move on to settings. So there's several settings we have in our game. We actually have sound that's playing. It's a little bit hard to hear in our recording, but so this bar allows you to change the settings. There we go. So if you turn it all the way up, you can hear it, and then you can turn it all the way down. You're also able to see your user info from here and change your avatar just like before. And then you can also delete your account, but I'm obviously not going to do that right now because I'm going to continue showing you the app. Moving on from there, you'll actually want to be able to play the game, so we'll move into single player. So I click on single player, and then I'm brought up to a screen, and it prompts me to choose the number of players I want in the game. So I can have 2, 3, or 4, and I'll just be playing against AIs. So I'll choose 2, and then I'll click start game. So now we're to the main game screen. So here I can see who I'm playing against on the side. It's AI number 1, and he has 5 cards in his hand. And I can also see other important stats that are in the game. So actions, buys, gold, and victory points. So these are important stats that you need to know throughout the game so that you can play Dominion well. And then this main box here, this is where it'll show me which cards I've played on this turn and things like that. So if I want to see my hand, then I'll click on this hand button. And each turn of Dominion, you draw 5 cards. So these are the 5 cards that I'm able to use on this turn. So we have coppers, So and estates. So coppers and estates you can't play because they're not actions. So if I click on it and I try to play it by swiping up, it won't do anything. It'll just bring me back. Um, so that's what my hand looks like. And from there, I'm going to be able to buy cards that will be added to my deck for later turns. So to do that, we go to Catalog, and this shows me all of the available cards to buy in this particular game. So each game you get a random set of cards, and they're ordered from least cost to most cost. So I actually have 4 gold to spend on here, which we can see it at the top. So I will buy a card. I'll buy a village. So a village is worth 3, which is indicated down here in the bottom left. And I can swipe up on it, and it will bring me back to this, and it'll say village was put into my discard pile, which means it was added to my deck. And from here, I'll click end turn, and I'll end my turn. And now we go to a between turn screen where we're watching the other player play. So we're watching the AI. So the AI just bought a seller, and then they're going to end their turn. And so now it's my turn again. So I have 1 action, 1 buy, 3 gold, 3 victory points, and I can click on my hand and we can look at it again. So I have 3 gold this time and 2 estates, and I can't play any of those, but we can buy again. So I'll buy, and I'll grab a seller. So the seller was put in my discard pile, and now I'll end my turn. So now we're going to watch the AI take another turn. So the AI just bought a council room, and then they're going to have to end their turn. Perfect. So now it's back to me. So at this point in the game, I've taken a couple turns. I might not quite remember what I've done so far. So I'm going to click on the summary screen to give me a summary of the past turns that have been done. This first one is blank because it's my turn and I haven't done anything yet. So it will be updated after my turn is taken. So then we can click next, and we can see what the AI just did. So the AI just bought a council room, and we can see they bought that because that's in this separate screen over here. And if we click next one more time, then we're back at the main screen. And so from here, we'll take a look at what I have in my hand. So this time I've drawn 4 copper and a village. So village is an action card, so we're actually able to play that. So we'll play that, and it ends up in our play card area. And the village can actually lets us draw 1 more card. So we'll go to our hand and see what the extra card we draw was. So we drew 1 more copper. So now we have 5 copper on this turn, and we're going to be able to spend that when we want to buy a card. So we can buy a card worth up to 5. So we'll buy a council room ourselves. And that's it. That's basically the game. From there, you can keep going on, and until the game ends. So until three of the card piles run out, or until the province pile runs out. So now I'm going to show you multiplayer. So you go back to the start screen, you click multiplayer, and then I can choose to join a queue of random people, up to 4. But right now I'm going to start a game with Alex. So I'm going to click add friend, and I'm able to choose one of the people on my friends list. So I'm going to click on Alex Daly, and we can see his user info screen, and I'm going to click invite to play. So his invite's sent, and he can accept that. And we'll go back to the queue screen, and from here we can see Alex Daly is in my game, and I can click join queue, and this will put us into a game together. And I started the game, so I'm the first player, and Alex is on the between turn screen watching me take my turn. And from here we can see that it's just like the single player. I can see my hand, I can see the catalog, I'm able to click summary. And basically we play the game the same way. So I take my turn and he'll be able to see it on his screen, and then I end my turn and I'll be able to see what he does. So the only extra thing you can do in multiplayer is to chat with each other. So if I click chat up here, then I can send Alex a message, and I can say hello, and then that will send to him, and then he'll send. And then I can back out and I can take my turn. We'll check my hand again. We'll play a card. We'll buy a card. We'll buy a moat. So that moat was added. And so now Alex has responded to me, and that's indicated by the blue up here at the top. So if I click here again, I can see that he said, hey, what's up? And I'll say, not much. Send. So, and that's so, and then he can respond. But so from here, that's basically our entire app. You can play single player games, you can play multiplayer games, you can chat with each other, you can invite friends, add friends, and and a whole and customize your own profile. So that's it. Thank you.